Alright, so I thought I'd do a little experiment. I have my Solo Stove Mesa fire pit, this teeny tiny little tabletop fire pit here. This is pretty cool. If you've never seen one of these, they go on tabletops, typically on like your deck or something like that, and sit around the table and put it on your glass table or whatever kind of top you have. It's pretty cool. And just feed it with the tiny little baby wood, 4-inch wood. It's perfect. But what I wanted to show y'all, all right, I have 2-year-old seasoned red oak. Undercover, not the whole time, but probably the last 4 to 5 months I've had it undercover. Okay, this has not touched the rain, as far as I know, unless it's wind-driven rain up underneath the tarp. I mean, not the tarp, but the rubber membrane, possibly. Okay, 2 years old. This is under my lean-to, which you can see behind me here, off of one of these stacks. This was split and stacked in April of this year. So what's that, almost 8 months ago. Okay, 8 months old. This is 2 years old. 2 years old, outdoors. And this is under the cover, under the lean-to the whole time. I'm gonna go ahead and split both of these. And I'm gonna show you if the moisture reader is truly telling us as firewood hoarders that our wood is really dry and ready to burn. We shall see. Split this first piece here that was under the lean-to April of this year, so 8-month-old red oak firewood. There we go. That's better. Okay. It's not too bad. Not too bad of a split there. Let's go ahead and take a little reading off of that. Just to show you all, I'm going to recalibrate it right now. Show you what it reads. 18.6, okay? So that's right in the tolerance. 18.6. Split side, 8-month-old, not even 8-month-old, red oak under the lean-to. 15% right there. 15.1. Let's just do the outside just to show you. 15.3. It's uniformly the same. 14.5. So let's do the other side just to confirm. It's a little darker right there. We'll check that. 14.6. All right, it's a little higher, 15.8. 16. Okay, all right. Say so about 16% is kind of what I would say for this one right here, right? Now let's do outdoors, but undercover. I mean, this behind me was obviously outdoors too, but it's been undercover this whole time. This is all red oak. Tiny splits. Tiny splits. There we go. That was perfect. All right. That right there looks wet. Doesn't feel wet though. Red oak. See what this reads. 12%. Right in that dark spot. I'll see that dark spot. Okay, I can see the dark spots. Get in there. It's 12%. 12.5% nearer the ends. Almost 13% at the ends. So there's a little bit of moisture on the ends compared to in the center. But it's still 13%. Yeah, 11.5. 11.5. 12% is the most I can get out of that. Do the other side. 12.1. 12.5. 12.5. 13%. 13%, so a little more on the ends. 12%. 11.5. All right, y'all get the idea. It's about 12 to 13% is the highest I could get. This is my little tabletop mesa stove here, y'all. Solo stove. Just gonna burn the middle of this wood, okay? Let's start with, I'm gonna use this, I got a lot of birch bark here. A lot of the birch bark. I'm gonna put that in my mesa tabletop stove here. Okay, get some nice little burning going in there, hopefully. See how well that burns. Let's see how well it burns here, y'all. See if that takes off. That didn't take long. No? Okay. Wow. I'm not used to burning birch bark. I'm used to burning fat wood for fire starter. This is fantastic. That stuff's great right there. This has been stored under the lean-to ever since I split it, I think in April, 8 months ago. Yeah, I mean, it's just paper. That's fantastic. It's a little less, soot coming off of it as the my fire starter for the pine, the fat wood. And look what I have here, guys. This is ironwood right here. I'm gonna throw these little pieces in there too. That feller in there, and I'll throw that guy in there. Get some decent coals, and that's ironwood right there, muscle wood. That stuff burns. It's about the hottest burning wood you can find. All right, let's get that going. Got some decent little coals going on there at the bottom. Okay, decent little flame there. All right, so let's go with the red oak that was in the lean-to right over there for 8 months. And y'all saw what the moisture reading was on that, okay? Let's see, let's give it 45 seconds, seeing how well this is gonna burn. All right, 3:30 is where I kind of need to go. Only 15 more seconds. All right. Oh. There we go. So that was right at the 45-second mark, and it's sizzling, okay? It is sizzling. Let's go ahead and take that off. I mean, it did burn, but you can tell, okay, that was after 45 seconds right there. Now let's go with the outdoor red oak. That's been it's been seasoning for 2 years. Let's go with that one. 45 seconds. All right. I gotta get a good even number on my phone here. Okay, there we go. Let's see how well this does. All right, about 14, 13 more seconds. All right. Okay, that was 45 seconds. How'd that do? I think it did excellent. No bubbles. Excellent. Let's go with any more. All right, let's see here. That is that. Let's go with this other indoor piece here. Let's go with the other undercover 8 months ago piece. Let's do this for 45 seconds. I found a good starting point here. There we go, right there. That's a bigger piece there. About 15 more seconds. Okay. That one actually did okay. That is hot. All right, let's do that one right there. You can kind of see that moisture, and that was the only one. I think this probably would have done the same thing. Let's put it in there for another 30 seconds. We'll see what happens. I'm sorry, 45 seconds, not 30 seconds. I really just wanted to show y'all without burning the whole piece of the moisture coming out of the ends if the moisture meter reads below 20%. And this is well below 20%. But you have to give it a little more fuel in there, but it's got decent coals. All right, still no moisture, that's good. I mean, y'all can tell it definitely burns, which is the most important thing, but does it draw moisture out the ends? And will it sizzle? Sizzle. Oh, there we go. Y'all can see that down there at the very bottom. See what it looks like on the other side. A little sizzling on that side too. I can hear it. Get that other side again. All right, y'all. That's that one. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off because, like I said, I don't want to burn the whole piece. Let's take that fella off. As you can see, look at that. Now let's do the red oak outdoor version, 2-year-old red oak. Let's see how that performs. Put it on there a little longer. Check the other side. Getting ready to take it off because it's starting to kind of take off here. Yeah, there's no steam coming off of it. All right, let's go ahead and take that off. Okay, how we looking? Look good. No steam. All right, fantastic. All right, so that is the difference, y'all. Just wanted to show you all that. I wanted to share that with you. Is that even though the moisture reader read around, I can't remember what exactly, between 15 and 16% in this red oak, and this has been drying now under the lean-to for 8 months. 8 months. And if you were to just measure it, split it and measure it, and it said below 20%, and even this case, 15 to 16%, you'd probably sell it. But then you burn it. I'll show you again. You burn it, and you're gonna have some steam coming out the ends after reading 14 to 16% red oak. That's been stored under a lean-to. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that off. All right, let that kind of burn down a little bit. Nice little experiment. Nice little experiment there. All right, y'all, so did we learn anything? Sorry, I can't put my microphone on. I'll try and speak clearly as possible to you. I'm gonna leave this wood probably here just because it's still a little hot. Charcoaled for sure. That was a nice experiment. This is red oak. Red oak. No bubbles, no steam coming out, 2-year-old, seasoned, tiny splits. This is half of the other split right here. All right. Burned excellent. Burned excellent. Then this one did not. This also had bubbles and steam coming out, 8-month-old. Even though it read that it was ready to burn, it was not ready to burn. So there you go. It's even got, kind of see where the moisture was kind of coming out there. I think it was around 16% of what it showed. There we go. So in conclusion, can you really trust the moisture meter if it says below 20%? If it says below 18%, does that mean it's ready to burn? I think the old timers would probably say, because they didn't have that moisture meter measuring device. So they would have to go by how it burned, more than likely, or the way it sounded, or the cracks and some other things, how it looked, or the weight of it. But if they threw that in the fire and they saw the steam and the bubbles coming out, they could probably tell you, or they would tell you, that it's not ready to burn. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. So yes, the moisture meter helps somewhat, and it's probably 45, 50 degrees out here. It's not like it's frozen and there's icicles in the middle of this wood where it didn't read it because there wasn't any liquid in there. There's definitely liquid in there. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching Raymer Wood, where it's always exciting. I was excited to come out here and do this. It was like an itch that I just needed to scratch. And maybe y'all have the same experience sometimes when you're dealing with this experimental stuff and trying to figure it out somehow, some way to make it a better process for yourself so you can give your customers an accurate product, right? So they can trust you. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time. And remember, at Raymer Wood, it's always just the right size.